Hello, thanks for joining me. This is Jessie, and I'm your caffeinated bookworm. So I meant to do this yesterday, but I had some stuff come up yesterday that I knew about, but I forgot about. So I have gone work from home full time at my job, and yesterday I was scheduled to go up to Columbus, which is roughly 45 to 50 minutes away from where I live, to clear out my desk and bring everything home since I'm going to be home full time and I don't need a desk at the office anymore. So during the time that I had allotted to make my tag video for yesterday, I drove up there and oh my goodness, what a mess. It was interesting. I don't really drive too much anymore. I mean, I take my son to work or drive him home, depending on who took him, or, you know, um, I take the kids to Taekwondo. I might go grocery shopping every once in a while, go to Goodwill, but I don't really drive far, and I definitely don't drive into the city. I kind of stay to the more rural and small towns on the outskirts. And that was horrible going down 71. That traffic was just horrendous, and I was surrounded by 18-wheelers, and I'm terrified of being near 18-wheelers on the highway. I will not stay beside an 18-wheeler. I will speed up and pass out. Or I will slow down and just kind of stay behind him. I don't like to be beside them. And it was, oh my God, it was so horrible. So JeremyFee did an open book tag in which he tagged me and you and everybody on Booktube. And I guess it was originally done by Hugo Lapa, also known as Scientist Reading World, in which he tagged everybody. And so I am passing along the open tag. If you're watching this video, you are officially tagged. This is the book shopping tag. The first question is, how do you buy books? Physically because you believe in the power of touch, or online because interactions are overrated? So it's about equal. It's about half and half. I will go to thrift stores, Goodwills, Salvation Armies. I will go to half price books and buy books. There's a couple small book shops that I will go to every once in a while. They're more, again, in the city that I try to avoid. And so I don't really go to them that often. If I'm going to purchase a new book, I will usually purchase it either from the publisher's website because they're offering something along with the book. So like postcards or pins, or I know with the second book of Caraval, I got a deck of cards. It would be really cool if it was a deck of tarot cards, because I feel like that would have made more sense to the storyline if I remember it correctly, but it was a deck of cards, which is fine also. It was pretty awesome. And if I'm not looking to get, those additional little goodies, I'll purchase it from Amazon or eBay if it's an older book or an older edition that I want. Question number 2, do you prefer bigger bookshops or smaller ones? So I don't know that I really have a preference. Way back when I graduated from high school, I used to frequent the Barnes & Noble in San Antonio by Ingram Mall. And that was my hangout for a really long time. I met a lot of interesting people there that I still remember to this day. We no longer stay in touch, but I remember them. And they were a big part of my life back then. And so I would sit outside and drink coffee at the Starbucks with them, and I'd wander inside and peruse through the new books. And but I also love the smaller bookstores. And so Imagine Books, I think is the name of the little bookstore over off of Culebra by the Two Stinger Tattoo Shop. They were a small book store. It was family owned. The father ran it with his wife and kids. And they would have different events. They would have like a poetry reading night. They would have local bands come in. They had a quilting night, I think. It was really interesting. And I absolutely loved going there to just look at what they had and see what events were coming up. And so I don't have a preference. I like both. Question number 3. Do you prefer to buy books when they are brand new, being the first to touch them, it being in great condition, or do you prefer used ones, the book having character, history, and personality? I have a feeling that you're going to end up hating this video because I don't have a preference for anything. It really depends. Like I said, if it's a brand new book that's just now coming out, I don't mind buying the brand new book. and I will put, either my little Ex Libris sticker in it with my name in it, or, I'll keep it in pristine condition so that when I'm done reading it, it'll look pretty on my bookshelves. But also, I love, love, love going to used bookstores and picking up books, seeing who the book was written out to, if it was given to, a child by their parents or their birthday, or to a sister or to a friend, seeing what those two lines say. And sometimes you'll find some interesting stuff. You'll find the receipt where the person originally bought it. You'll find bookmarks. You'll find notes. And so, I mean, it's really going to depend. Like, so if it's a book that's already been out there for a while, like, a decade or so, I'm probably going to prefer the used version of it, just so I can have that additional, pieces of people who have had it before in there. They say that the books get bigger the older they are, like they start expanding, and that's because of everything that the people read it leave behind, which is really interesting. Number 4, are you a coupon TLC level crazy person or a full price Sweet 16 MTV? Okay. So I don't coupon. There's a whole story behind why I don't coupon. It drives me nuts. Myself personally, if I have to cut it out, go to different stores, that's not a thing for me. But I mean, do I prefer to pay full price? No, I'm not rich. So there's that also. Question number 5, read, research, analysis, Sherlock Holmes-style or impulse buyer like a shopaholic. If I am going to a thrift store or a used bookstore, I will impulse buy to no end. But if I'm looking, like if among my, I don't know how many books I have, I know it's in the hundreds. If I cannot find one that I want to read that I have the physical copy of, I will move to my ebooks, which I have thousands and thousands of ebooks. And if I can't find anything there, then I might do the Sherlock Holmes type thing where I start researching books, go down my wish list of books that I want to read, maybe run across something that I haven't thought of in a couple of years because it's been sitting on my to-read list for so long. And then I might purchase that one singly. Number 6, a book or 2 at a time or full cart pandemic style until the mailman dies. The second one. But number 7, new and recent releases or older and classics. I don't have a preference. I will say that with the classics, I don't read a lot of those. But I mean, I think that, older and classics, put together, like if you're asking me if I'm going to read a book from like the 80s, 70s, it might not necessarily be considered a classic, but I will still read it. And I like a lot of them. Number 8, are you a pre-order total fan freak or wait until it arrives at the bookshop because it can wait? I am usually wait until it arrives at the bookshop because it can wait. Unless, like I said, if I order it from the publisher's website, does it come with some goodies? Because I might buy it, especially if it's a Preston and Child book. Yes. Or James Rollins. Or Colette Hosseini. If Colette Hosseini ever starts writing, full-length novels again, I would love to order one from the publishers if it comes with goodies. Or a signed copy. Number 9. Do you prefer special, expensive, beautiful covers, color edges, and unique editions, or is it the inside of the book that counts? Yes, to both. Number 10, picture your favorite book. Do you show your love by buying multiple copies, or do you believe in single true love? So this has been a point of contention, especially when it comes to The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, really anything Tolkien. I think I have a couple copies of The Silmarillion also. It really depends on the book. So if it's The Lord of the Rings, yes, I'm going to buy every single copy that I run across of the books, especially, if they're all 3 of them together in a box set or in the same edition. I'm going to buy them and buy them and buy them. We were at we were at a Goodwill one time and I saw a Lord of the Rings set. And it came with The Hobbit also. And I told John, I was like, I'm going to get this. He's like, you already have editions of this. But then my son Vinny saw it, and Vinny was like, oh my goodness, I'm going to get this. I'm like, yes, you can totally get this, even though I have copies that you can borrow. Get your own. Number 11, name your favorite places to bookshop. Ooh, that's rough. Everywhere I can find a book. And number 12, tag people. So again, open tag. If you are watching this, you are officially tagged. Make this video. Have a wonderful day.